What's good, everybody on YouTube? It's your boy Annoyin TV. And as NBA 2K17 is approaching, most of you guys know it's coming out in September, I believe. As 2K17 is approaching, I just wanted to make a quick wish list for the community and what we want as a whole. And I wrote a couple things down. I'm pretty sure I think I summed it up much. And hopefully, if we like on this video, comment and share, we can get the 2K developers' attention and everybody at 2K headquarters' attention. So first thing I have on my list, y'all, are my court games. Most of you guys know you could do private 3v3 and private 2v2s in my court. We appreciate that in 2K16, but I think that the game needs to be a little bit more entertaining. When I say my court games, I mean stuff like horse. Most of you guys know what horse is, where you gotta you gotta make the same shot as the other person makes, and you get a letter, receive a letter, and stuff like that. I think that'd be dope if we could have that in my court. And also, you know, just little games like knockout, even knockout, where you gotta shoot the ball into the basket and knock the other opponent out in my court. And I just feel like that will bring, you know, a little bit more. So, you know, it's just something new to add and something more entertaining and fun to play, because, you know, it's basketball and there's multiple ways to play basketball. You know, basketball has its own little games within. And without further ado, we're gonna go to the second thing that I got on my list: badge progress. Now, most of you guys know badges are in they've been in 2K15 and 16, but badges is something that you have to earn. And what you do is, like, you have to do certain things in order to obtain a badge, which is like Deadeye. I believe it's 100 contested shots, etc. But the problem with these badges that a lot of people have been having recently is that with these badges, you can't tell how close you are to them. And I think that that's really a problem, because sometimes you don't know if you're doing the badge progress right. You don't know if you're doing the right things to obtain these badges. So I feel like if we have a badge progress to see how close we are to the actual badge, that'd be great. Because for the last 2 years, I've personally have been relying on YouTube videos to see if I'm doing it right. Without further ado, we're gonna get into the next one, which is number 3, which is better clothes. When I say better clothing, 2K added a lot of nice clothing this year. And some people even say that 2K15's clothing was better. But I believe that 2K has a partnership with Nike and Jordan, because you guys see we have Nike sneakers and Jordan sneakers and stuff like that. And I believe we even have Adidas joggers. But I just think that we need to add a little bit more, like a little bit more that's trending right now, because as you guys know, joggers was kind of like the movement in like last year in like 2014. People really don't wear joggers as much as they used to anymore. I think we need to add something that's you know, more popular in this day and age, and this, you know, topic, you know what I mean, like in this trending, like what's trending now. And I feel like we need to add stuff like Nike fleece shorts, you know, just like, you know, they added compression tees and all that, which is nice. But I'm just saying, like, the clothing could be a little bit more better. You know, like just little stuff like Nike shirts. You know what I mean? Like Witness Greatness or something like that. That'll even be better. But if they can't do that, I'll even accept an off-brand. You know what I mean? Like, just say Witness Greatness with no check mark or something. You know what I mean? Something of that category. I think better clothes will be definitely better for next year. Without further ado, I'm getting to the next one, which is a shoe collection. Now, most of you guys know, in the back of your my court, you can see, in NBA 2K16, in the back of your my court, you can see your shoes. But the shoes are kind of just there. It's not really your shoes. So I feel like little detail like that, I don't know if you guys see it, but little detail like that makes a lot to me. So, and it shows, you know what I mean? It shows like what your actual shoe collection is. Like, you can show your friends what actually shoes you own and custom shoes, you know what I mean? And I feel like we also need like a house, sort of. You know, in my court we got like a living room, sort of, but it's not really like a house. Like, I feel like we need like an apartment or something like that where we can walk around in, even if it's the same. I'm not trying to make it, you know what I mean, like GTA or Grand Theft Auto, but I'm just saying, like, little stuff like that is very important to people like me who have a big passion for this game. Without further ado, I'm gonna get into the next one, which is sitting on benches. Now, most of you guys know, like in stage and even in my park, they have like benches and like couches that are just there for decoration. You can't really do much with them. But for the people who are watching the game, because most of you guys know in NBA 2K16, when people watch a big game that's going on, a lot of people usually just sit around the court or just stand around the court, and it really causes lag. And I feel like you should be able to watch a game, you know, like sitting on a couch or something like that. I'm not sure if it's going to stop the lag, but I mean, I just feel like it'll be a great decoration. You know what I mean? It's more detail into the game. Without further ado, I'm getting to the next one, which is book bags. This is a big thing that we want in NBA 2K17 because most real life basketball players, or most of you guys who play ball in real life, when you go to the gym and you go to the park, you go with your backpack or with your book bag. And I feel like this doesn't even need to, like, you don't even need to have anything in your book bag. I just feel like, you know, we can walk around with the ball. I just feel like walking around with the book bag would be a lot more detailed and a lot more realistic, because that's stuff that NBA players really do. And yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna get to the next one, which I think this is a rumor. I'm not sure. I can't confirm, but it's custom jump shots. Now, with custom jump shots, most of you guys know, everybody for the past 2 years, I wouldn't say everybody, but mostly everybody has the same jump shot. It's either usually LaMarcus Aldridge, Release 70, Rudy Gay, or Damian Lillard. And I feel like we need to have something special, because it's kind of bad seeing everybody shoot like you and dribble like you. That's the same thing with like custom dribble moves. Like I feel like excuse me, I feel like everybody should have their own personal jump shot, something that's unique and you know, only working for them. And you know, as we have our My Career and our own My Player, I don't feel like we should have a jump shot that mimics another NBA player. So that's just something that, you know, most of us want, is custom jump shots, because we want to be unique to ourselves. And as I'm talking about unique, that goes into my number 9, which is custom t-shirts. Most of you guys know in Pro-Am we get our own custom jerseys and custom designs, and I feel like we could take that to the park. You know what I mean? I feel like we need to have custom jerseys or custom t-shirts. But with custom t-shirts, you know, just something simple like having our Gamertag or our PSN on the back of our t-shirts or something like that, or maybe like your clan or your crew, what you represent. And speaking of that, that's another thing that I actually want to talk about. If we could have like a clan tag or like a crew that you could have with your park. I just thought of that just now. If we could have like your own personal crew with your park and have like our own community within 2K16, I feel like that'd be awesome, because most of you guys know there's been a lot of clans and crews this year that you know, just represent each other. And I feel like that in NBA 2K17, if we could have like, you know, more tournaments, my park tournaments, clan tournaments, and it doesn't even have to be for cash, because you know in FIFA they have like what is it called, pro clubs, where every weekend there's a my park, or every weekend there's a tournament on FIFA, and you get like certain seeds like as you would in my team. And I feel like in my park, if we could do that, that'd be very dope, and that'd just be awesome for NBA 2K17. Because if we could have tournaments like that every weekend, and not even necessarily like get a reward, and if it is a reward, probably be like 200,000 VC that you split or something like that. Just something small, and it brings recognition to a lot of these players that are good in this game. Without further ado, we'll go jump into my number 10, which is personal celebrations. When I say personal celebrations, I mean like interacting with your friend or your other my player. Just as something simple like a handshake or a dap or something before the game. Most of you guys know LeBron and most of these NBA players, they do something special before the game starts. And even, yeah, like Russell Westbrook and you know, just like stuff like that. Like, I know you could do it in My Career, because you guys know that in My Career you can You can do personal celebrations before the game starts. I feel like if we could take that to my park, that'd be great. And the exact same celebrations, not the little my park celebrations that's kind of like a little 2-second intro. I feel like that's not even enough time to do a celebration. But just little things like that would be great to add in NBA 2K17. And without further doubt, I'm going to number 11, which is Marvel mascots. I feel like mascots are kind of dying out in 2K in general, but I feel like if we bring something new besides NBA, besides NBA teams, I feel like mascots could be alive again, like just like a Superman mascot, or even college teams like Kentucky, or stuff like that. If we could have more mascots in the game, that'd be great. And I know 2K is kind of strategic about their mascot moves. That's why they add mascots every year to keep, the hype going. But I feel like we need to add something new besides just NBA mascots. Without further doubt, I'm getting to my next thing, which is number 12. And this is all basically, y'all, like a my park wish list, really. But number 12, I feel like the rep system. I feel like the number one, who's number one on the leaderboards, needs to get like something special, like a crown, like they wear a crown. Their my player wears a crown on top of their head or something like that, because they deserve number one. And I feel like we should also have stuff like, as you guys know, like Call of Duty has double XP weekend and stuff like that. I feel like we need to add like a double rep weekend and stuff like that, because most of you guys know in NBA 2K16, it was extremely hard this year to get Legend 5. I'm not sure if they want to keep it like this, but I feel like it needs to be a tiny bit more easier to get rep, and something simple as, on rival day weekend, if you beat a rival, you get double rep or something like that. I feel like that would be extremely great for NBA 2K17 my park, or whatever system, my player system they're adding next year. And without further doubt, we're going to get into my number 13, which is 5v5 courts. Now, most of you guys, I know this is going to be a topic. I know 2K developers said, like, no rec, and they're trying to push that with the Pro-Am system. But even if we can have, like, a mini blacktop game, or something even longer than a park game on a 5v5, something just like a small gym, that'd be great. I know that they don't want to add anything similar to the rec or anything, but I'm just saying, like, if 2K developers are watching this video, please guys, we are begging you to add something with 5v5, because in the NBA, that's what they play. They play as a 5v5, and I know a park is like a park, but maybe like a new system where you can gain reputation in a 5v5 game, because most of you guys know Pro-Am is nice, but I don't know. But anyway, with the number 14, this is also kind of has to do with 5v5 courts. It's crew mode. Now, most of you guys who don't know who crew is, you guys can go look it up. In NBA 2K11, there was a system where you could have I believe 10 people on a roster, all of your friends or whoever you want on that team, and you could play a game kind of like Pro-Am. But the thing is that you don't need, like, there's a leaderboards and all, but you don't need the leader to start the game. And I feel like that's a big problem, because most of you guys know that in Pro-Am they had Road to the Finals this year, which was nice and all, but it's like you needed the owner of the team to play every single game. And I feel like that shouldn't happen. Like, I feel like you can start the game for your team on your own if the GM, the general manager, like it was in 2K11, can promote you to do that. And I feel like that was a big problem with Pro-Am this year. And I know 2K wants to hear a lot about Pro-Am, so I'm gonna speak on Pro-Am. Pro-Am is a really good system. I feel like it's fun, but as for the community, I feel like it needs to be more like little stuff like needing the owner to start the game makes people not want to play, because you need the owner to play every single game, and I just feel like that's unfair. And that's pretty much wraps up my wish list, you guys, for NBA 2K17. Please make sure you comment below what you want for NBA 2K17. And I believe they said no speed boosting and no wreck. They've already confirmed that, so please, guys, do not put that in the comment box. But make sure you guys like, comment, and please share. Please share, y'all. Please share this to everybody. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, anything, any social media. And I'll greatly appreciate it. It's your boy Annoyin TV. I'm out.